Hey, would you like to avoid the top 10 mistakes that buyers make when buying a home? Oh, I didn't realize that I had to be prepared. Is it like studying for a test? Mistakes, what mistakes? I have purchased a home before. Well, there are a few steps to take and understand before you head out and start looking for homes to consider. Whether it's your first home, your second, or your 10th home, please don't skip these steps. Times and markets, they change from year to year. So thinking that you can just rinse and repeat the process that you implemented when you bought your last home could lead you to some major disappointments, especially if it's been 10 years or longer. You'll need a game plan. Are you entering into a seller's market where sellers can expect multiple offers from buyers? Or maybe you're entering a buyer's market where there's a lot of housing inventory and you can take your time to pick and choose. In a buyer's market, you may have the opportunity to make a lower offer below the asking price and even ask the seller for credits to help offset mortgage interest rates or maybe help with your down payment. Without some mindful preparation, you can become very frustrated, deflated, and actually be tempted to give up. My name is Carla Howell with Boulder County Homes, and my contact information is below in the description box. In this video, we're going to look at 10 steps to get you into your dream home in any market. Number 1, get professional help from the start. Hire your 2 most important expert coaches, a local, real estate agent in the market that you want to purchase your home in. And in most cases, it won't cost you a penny to hire a real estate agent to assist you. If there is a fee, it should be very minimal and will be included in your closing costs. A real estate agent will save you time in finding proven local lenders with various creative programs. This lender agent team, they will be key to protecting your best interest and negotiating the best terms for your circumstances and criteria. They'll be able to guide you through all the twists and turns from gathering all of your required documents to advising you on property benefits or maybe some issues. They'll provide different strategies to get you to the finish line. And this team, they'll have your back and they'll minimize your stress level. Now, if you ask a real estate agent, what was the most amount of offers that a past client made before winning their home? And they say upwards of 3. Run very fast. This is not a badge of honor. We know that mom and dad, siblings and friends just want the best for you, and they have a lot of opinions. Everyone has advice, but it doesn't necessarily translate to your particular situation. Real estate professionals, they've been through different types of markets and the buying process hundreds of times, if they've been in the business for at least 5 to 10 years or more. And they most likely have answers and solutions to nearly every scenario. They're as close to a fortune teller as you can get, and they are amazing problem solvers. So, really, how do I find a great agent, you might be asking? Well, it is common to ask for referrals from friends or family, or maybe you go to open houses in your search of someone that you could connect with. Or maybe you just reach out to yours truly for help. It's in your best interest, really, to pre-qualify your agent by asking the right questions. And don't be shy here. This is one of the most important financial purchases in your lifetime. I'll leave a link below to the top 8 questions to use when finding your trusted agent. If they answered all the questions correctly with raving enthusiasm, that's your agent. Number 2, get pre-approved. With a wide range of options in our area, you can't really narrow down a home search without knowing your numbers. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a repeat home buyer, pay close attention. Using banks or big box lenders who reside online or in a different area will not be in your best interest in our current market, and for several reasons. They don't understand our Colorado market. Maybe you want an adorable cabin in the foothills. Not all lenders will lend on properties that they're not familiar with, like a log cabin. Or if your search is in a competitive market that needs a lender to be available on call on Friday evening or Saturday morning, you may be out of luck with the bigger guys. So flexibility and local experience, they are key. Trust your real estate agent for their experience, service, and advice. They'll lead you to the best solutions. And the more transparent they are, the better. Oh, and just a few tips. You can apply with different lenders at the same time. I wouldn't recommend more than 2, and it won't be a hard hit on your credit score. And then pulling your credit from online sources is not what a lender will see. They use a different system, and typically it will be lower than what you're seeing online. And during this home search process, never go out and buy anything on credit like a car, a boat, a sleep by number mattress, any big ticket items. And request a pre-approval from the lender, not a pre-qualification. Pre-qualifications are not as strong, and in this market, typically won't be accepted by a seller. You can be approved typically within 24 hours. If you're using cash or a large amount of cash for your down payment, prepare to share documentation as proof of funds with your offer. So it's a good idea to have everything in order. Number 3, know your personal budget. Just because you're approved for a certain price or payment, does it feel comfortable? Homes require upkeep and ongoing maintenance. Taxes can go up, and so do other costs like homeowners insurance. These will typically be paid out of an escrow account that your mortgage company sets up. And a small percentage of each monthly payment will go into those accounts for payment of taxes and homeowners insurance. You might consider an ongoing home warranty plan after closing, where many of your breakable items may be fixed for a trip fee and are replaced for like kind. These are items like appliances, HVAC items, some plumbing and electrical issues could be fixed also. Do not stretch yourself too thin. Your real estate agent can share common costs that occur as part of home ownership so that you can make a budget. Also consider whether you want to sacrifice vacations and daily coffees and date nights to live in your dream home. Number 4, consider needs versus wants and be realistic in what your needs versus wants are. Do you need a gourmet kitchen and a mountain view overlooking the lake? Or do you really need 4 bedrooms within 20 minutes to work? Your budget may not have room for the wish list. Maybe a 3-bedroom home with a loft or a flex room would work instead. So keep an open mind. Number 5, the perfect house doesn't exist. And yes, this is true. I hate to break it to you, but realistically, you'll have to compromise on at least a couple of needs or wants. If you find a house that has 80 to 90% of what you need or want, consider it reasonable. You might have to look outside of your desired neighborhood, or maybe go to a little bit of a smaller house. Maybe that'll work better. Or there may be some updates to do over time as you grow into your new home. Now it's time for house hunting. Now that you have your team in place and you're comfortable with your budget, as well as your needs versus wish list, it's time to get out and start looking at homes. Number 6, be flexible. Your real estate agent will supply you with what you'll need to know as you start looking. In some markets, houses go under contract really fast. If that's the case, you may want to look at homes within the first 24 to 48 hours before someone else snatches it up. Your agent can also preview it, take a video, and give you some input before you even decide to look. You might have to consider any time constraints that the seller puts in place. They may only allow showings on certain days or certain times of the day. And if you're doing some homework in between showing days and discussing different opportunities that you've not considered, you may discover other ways of searching outside of the MLS. Maybe you can find off-market properties where you're the only buyer negotiating for the home without competition. You know, house hunting it's not always as fun as it sounds. You may change directions as part of the learning curve, and that's okay. Number 7, Google. Google is your friend. Perform address and neighborhood searches of the house and the area that draws your attention. You might find information about the house or neighborhood that deters you from that location, or you might find that it's exactly what you're looking for. You can look up crime statistics, school reviews, and upcoming construction projects. You might be surprised how much information you find, and of course your real estate agent, they will help you with your research. Number 8, use Google Maps. Check out Google Satellite Map. You'll see what's around the property. Is there a water treatment facility down the street, or maybe a landfill that will really smell up your outdoor barbecues? Maybe there's a train track right in your own backyard. Are you okay with that? You can also use maps to calculate distances to shopping, work, and entertainment, and make sure you're okay with what you see. Or ask your agent for more clarification. Number 9, drive by the neighborhoods. If you find a home or neighborhood that you're interested in, drive it. Drive around on a weekend to see what it'd be like living there, or on an evening or busy workday. Maybe you want an active neighborhood, or maybe your goal is a quiet retirement community. If you stop and chat with the neighbors, you'll learn a lot and get a really good feel for that community. Number 10, check out municipal and other services. Who are the local providers of services in the community that you're interested in? Maybe the only option for reliable internet is satellite. Or perhaps the water is more expensive than in a different neighborhood in another area. Maybe you're looking in the country to find out that you have water ditch rights, which is really amazing. You might want to pull out your cell phone when viewing a home to see what the reception is like. You did it! You're ready to make an offer on your dream home. Now what? Well, stay tuned for part 2 of this series of the next 5 steps to take to complete your transaction and your offer once it's been accepted. Please feel free to reach out with any questions. My contact information is below. I would love to help you if you're moving to or within Boulder County. Oh, and don't forget to check out more videos below. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next one.